Welcome back to my channel. I'm Nina. This is the Red Elevator. I'm Nina Takesh, by the way. Thought I would share that with you. And we are on the Red Elevator, and I am so excited to share the 2025 interior design trends that you are going to be seeing. It's going to be ubiquitous, that I cannot wait to share with you. Now, I have been to I Saloni, Maison Objet. I have gone all over the world for you guys to all the different trade shows. So I know exactly what's happening a year in advance. And that's why I'm going to be sharing all the tea solo with the guys that are part of my channel. I'm going to share my absolute favorite trend with you, and it won't be a surprise to those of you who know me, and that will be at the very end. Guys, we are at 99,000. It could be that by the time you watch this video, we're at 100, but this is real time. So I will do the ugly dance when we get to 100,000. So if you haven't subscribed, this is the time to do it, because I promised and I will deliver. And it costs nothing to push subscribe. Trend number one, saturated and moodier colors. I am so excited about this trend. I am so over the safe, neutral spaces. Now, don't judge. Don't look around and say, why is your space safe and neutral? I always get comments from one person out there saying that this is safe and neutral and how you guys think my couch is so uncomfortable. But it doesn't matter. Trends come and go. And that's why it's not a matter of really adhering to the trends. It's about learning about them. It's about understanding them and maybe incorporating them or not. You do not have to. But my space is safe because I bring in so many different things on a regular basis that are very wow, like my artwork or whatnot. Anyway, back to the topic. Moody is good. And we are going to see so much color, like my skirt, sort of this ox blood, rich, brownish colors. And after years of light and airy, aren't we excited about this? One way I can switch up this room, for example, for those of you who are going to tell me this is neutral, is to bring in a rich, deep, dark rug. And would you believe my new collection at the Ruggable is going to have moody, rich, and dark. So I cannot wait. If you guys want moody, rich, and dark, in December 2024, that's just a few weeks away, we are going to be launching my new 2.0 Ruggable collection, which is going to be moody. It's going to be so good. I can't even breathe. I don't think I can even wait. And that's one way of transforming your space, by bringing in a very rich rug, which I will provide. So these saturated colors are transforming how we think about our spaces. And by painting the entire room in these saturated hues, even the ceiling, guys, you know how much I love to do that, and the moldings and the paneling and the baseboards and everything else, it sort of gives you that sense of depth that a lot of us are craving for. It's giving us, especially at night, this candlelight moodiness that is so chic. And it actually makes your room feel larger, not smaller like you would think. The beauty of this trend lies in how versatile these colors are. Deep browns work beautifully in both traditional and modern homes. And these rich caramels work really nicely with any kind of wood tone. So whatever you already have, by just painting your walls, you can transform your space very easily. And these colors create an instant sophisticated space. By the way, we just did a video on 2025 colors of the year. So if you want to know my recommendations for colors, make sure and click this video, because we'll have all the colors that you are craving that you can incorporate in your home today. It is a very simple, easy, inexpensive way to transform your space. Now, in kitchens, we're seeing the same trend. It's not just walls that are going to be painted, but we're seeing deeper tones that are taking over everything, from cabinets to backsplashes. And when paired with warm metallic hardware, that is the chef's kiss, because it really brings in the aha moment, the wow moment that we're all seeking. We're done with light and airy. We want things that really evoke an emotion out of you, and you want people to just stop in their tracks and be like, wow. So start small if you're afraid of this trend, and if you're not afraid, go big. But perhaps a powder room is a great way to start with these moody colors. Try painting it, or a home office. It's great also to do it perhaps in a bookcase. Like if you have a bookcase in a room, you want to paint that super dark and then maybe make the walls 2 to 3 shades lighter. That's a trick that we use in interior design. A lot of interior designers use that. They'll take the same color, take it back to the paint store and say, give it to me 25% lighter, and really create a homogeneous but moody look. Now, speaking of creating atmosphere, before I share our next trend, take a second to hit the subscribe button. Why? Well, the notification bell will let you know the next time I'm going to be on. And I don't want you guys to miss any of our episodes, because not only on our episodes when it comes to interior design are we spilling tea, but we are also doing a vlog. And our vlogs come out every Wednesday. And our interior design YouTubes come out every Sunday, and they each have different information. The vlogs have behind the scenes of what is happening in my projects in real time. I literally take you with my camera into the projects that we're working on. We talk about things that go wrong as well as things that go well, and we talk about solutions. We talk about everything that has to do with design and my life. So if you're interested, make sure and subscribe so you will be notified. Now, let's talk about trend number 2, layers of color, pattern, and texture. So it's gotten complicated, guys. It's gotten very complicated, which makes the life of the designer even more complicated, because people come to me and they say, well, I want this vibe. I want the layers, I want the textures, I want the colors, I want the stripes. And then they have difficulty implementing this. But you guys are very sophisticated. All of our community is very, very sophisticated when it comes to design. So I know you guys can do this, but if you can't, you can always reach me. You can call me at any time by clicking the link in the description section, and next thing you know, we can have a Zoom. So if you're at a loss about anything when it comes to color or choosing furniture or whatever it may be, I am here to help you guys, and I'm just a phone call away. Now, when you're trying to layer such patterns, my best recommendation is, because this is a trend that people really want to espouse, and what I want you guys to do is do it intentionally. Don't just throw everything you have together. You have to really be methodical about it. Take your biggest pattern, your boldest pattern, and then scale back from there. You can have, if you have a stripe, you can bring in something that's amorphous, something that's more floral, something that's more round, something that's like a dot. And then you can really only have one really bold pattern. Everything else has to be a little bit more subdued, if that makes sense. Now, what makes layering so visually captivating is how it creates these beautiful moments of discovery in your space. Your eye travels and it'll go through all the different textures and layers of your home, and it's like a playful scenery, and each layer adds depth, it adds interest, and it makes the space feel rich. So just curate. You can curate over time. You can bring things back from your travel and just have fun with it. In fact, the beauty of well-executed layering is that it also creates this incredible sense of comfort and sophistication at the same time. And it's like walking into a space that just feels complete, where visual interest is at every level. Now, this doesn't mean that you're going to overcrowd your spaces and bring everything you've ever purchased into one room. You are still going to be intentional about it, but it's really about that sophistication. You don't want to overwhelm people, and you just want it to be complete. Now, speaking of staying ahead of design trends, one thing I have learned is that being creative isn't just about knowing what's next. It's also about actually showing up and doing the work consistently. And I find that to be true in life as much as it is in design. When I started this channel, 5 years ago, I had 3 subscribers, right? And it didn't stop me from doing it. I did it week after week after week. I believe it's been now 4 years I've had this channel, and now hopefully we're at 100,000. So has it been difficult? Yes. But do I do things intentionally and consistently? Yes. And that is what success is all about. So whatever it is that you're doing in your life, if you do it consistently, relentlessly, you will be leaps and bounds ahead of anyone. So I have struggled for years to do everything well and to do it consistently, because there's only a finite amount of time and only so many things one person can do. But between my interior design business, my content creating business, my furniture design business. I mean, I have a lot of balls juggling in the air. And this is why I am so excited that today's video is actually sponsored by Skillshare. I've been diving into this incredible class called Productivity for Creatives. What it does is that it helps you build a system that brings out your best. And I think that's even the title of the course. And it's exactly what I needed. Since taking this class, I've completely transformed how I approach my daily workflow. I mean, I always get everything done, but it's a matter of doing it efficiently. I used to feel very overwhelmed and juggling so many different things in the air. And so this has really helped me with my client projects, like I said, with content creation, staying on top of design trends, staying on top of, fashion. Like there is makeup. I mean, there's so much that goes in behind the scenes that you guys don't even see. Doing floral arrangements, we're hands-on in everything that we do. And that is why this really, really helped me. Now, if you're not familiar with Skillshare, it's the largest online learning community for creatives, and with thousands of classes led by industry experts, whether you're interested in mastering interior design or diving into, business management or whatever it may be, or even launching your own creative venture. Skillshare has absolutely everything. And it's curated learning paths to guide you, and it's a way to get to your end goal quickly. And it helps you every step of the way. So what I love about this productivity class specifically is that it's not just another generic time management course. I've learned how to set up my studio space and digital tools to actually support my creative flow, which has been a real game changer because there's so much happening at once that if I am organized and my digital world and my actual world can collide in a way that's very seamless, that is what's important. So the collaboration tactics I've learned have made managing my design team and my actual team so much more efficient. And I've developed a reliable system for staying inspired and consistent with my content. So no more last minute, I'm late, running late businesses because I am ahead of the curve. And here's the best part. The first 500 people to use my link in the description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Guys, just try it. You learn what you need to learn, and you do not have to be committed to anything. And you will certainly not be charged if you just do it for that month. So you really have nothing to lose. So whether you want it to level up your design skills or improve your productivity like me or explore something entirely new, then this is your chance to get started. Now, trend number 3, mid-tone and warm woods. We are doing a lot of kitchens right now. I have 1, 2, 3, I don't know how many kitchens in the works, and we are going with walnuts. We are going with white oaks that are being stained darker. These spaces are evolving into something rich. Oh my God, I can't wait to share some of these projects with you and show you what kind of tones we're bringing into these kitchens. And nobody's afraid, by the way. All of my clients are in. They're in and they're really excited about bringing in the warmth into their spaces. A lot of them have lighter floors, which is great. We don't have to match all our woods. I get a lot of questions with clients who say, well, my wood door is darker than it doesn't matter. You can mix your metals and you can mix your wood tones. There's something incredibly appealing about these warmer wood tones. They have this natural richness that makes the space feel instantly more inviting and established. Gone are the days of just walls that are cold, and they are now being sort of paneled and lined with these beautiful woods. You can do veneers, you can do actual panels. There's so many things that you can do. And if you don't have the budget to do wood paneling, you could certainly do paint. So when you introduce these warmer wood tones into a space, they act like a sophisticated neutral that still has personality. And they're just so good and so old school and so classical in nature that they will never go out of time. So this is a really good investment, in my opinion, especially in a dining room. The versatility of these warmer woods is what's incredible because you can use them even as a statement furniture piece. You could have just a beautiful dark piece that sits there on your light wood floor or anywhere really. And also you can use them for architectural details. If you want to even bring in warmer tones for your flooring, if you're doing new flooring, that's a wonderful idea. and as accent pieces that add organic warmth. You can bring in a bowl that's warm in a kitchen. You can start small, go big. You can do built-ins that feel custom and considered. So there are so many plays on this darker wood that I recommend and love that I don't think you will regret it. So let's talk about trend number 4, ceiling details. This is hot for 25. Now, again, I'm not saying everybody needs to change their homes according to trends. No, I'm sharing my design brain with you so that you too, in case you're about to furnish your home or in case you're doing architectural details, in case you're in the middle of construction, a lot of you have written to me and said, Nina, I'm building something, I'm watching your shows, I have so much good advice that's coming from you. So that's why I reiterate what I reiterate. So it's not that you should feel bad about what you have. No, everybody who has what they have, I am happy with. But if you want to change, this is how to do it. Ceiling details have been around since who knows, pre everything, right? And the reason is that ceilings are a very important part of design, and a lot of times they are basically ignored. And I love ceiling details because it reminds me of something that is utterly sophisticated, and it also allows you to have color and pattern or architectural elements that you might not want to have, on your walls, but you just want to elevate it and bring it into your ceiling. And I think it's a great way for a very high-end designer look, because most people overlook their ceilings. So don't be worried about having beautiful moments in your ceilings, but you got to be careful. Don't do it in every room and every ceiling is slightly different. Like, you just can't do that. If you want to have the same ceiling pattern in every room because you've got the budget, that's different. But you can't do different things in every room. Pick the rooms that you want to make a statement in, pick 1 or 2, and then concentrate on those. Probably your formal living room or the room you spend most of the time in is the one you should pay attention to. Maybe a dining room would be a great space to really hone in and make it different and unusual and fun and more of a cocoon. So it draws the eye up, it makes the rooms feel taller, it adds sophistication, and it's just all around a good thing. Now, some of the most striking options include wallpapering. You can paint, you can apply moldings, you can do simple beam installation. So there's so many options available. Speaking of making a statement, trend number 5. By the way, since so many of you asked me, I'm going to quickly tell you what I'm wearing. I am wearing a beautiful satin long skirt with a beautiful slit. This is so versatile, especially if you have parties to go to this winter. I am going to be wearing this skirt over and over. I apologize if you're going to see it several times, but this with a black blazer, I think would be tremendously beautiful. Or you can wear it with a beautiful cardigan like I am today. This is a cardigan from 11.6, and it just feels right because it's got beautiful details and crochet on the sweater. Now, trend number 5. Unique tile configurations. This is huge, and this is something that I am loving, but I'm still going to save the best for last. And this was a contender as one of my top new trends because I love how people are incorporating very unusual tile displays and tile combinations along with marble. So people are bringing slabs and they're bringing in tile. Usually it's tile or slabs, but now we're doing tiles and slabs in a way that's never been done before. So have fun with it. Don't second guess, go for it. Look at all these beautiful patterns you can create. You can do vertical patterns, you can do colors that are, a border that, keep going up. As you can see in these photos, you can do your Harlequin pattern on your floor, which has been done since, since prehistory. Some trending installations include thinner tiles. So like a vertical thinner tile is also very in. We're doing them in pools. I'm doing that in my flip project. We're doing very thin, long piano tiles, and I think they look great. Diagonal pattern for movement. Look, I've been doing diagonal tile installation since, for forever and ever, and now it's trending. So it's okay. It's okay because if you love it, it'll always be trending, because in your mind, what's trending is what's good and what you like. Anyway, herringbone variations, I love. A strip of color is always good. It's really about, finding your inner self in a way Design has to do a lot with your own creativity and your own inspirations from your travel. My inspirations come the majority of time from my travels. And I see something that I can't forget, and then it just becomes ingrained. It sort of becomes etched into my soul, and the next thing you know, it's in one of my projects. And this is one of those trends where when you see something that works, that you love it, incorporating it is so fun. Now, what is the benefit of this is that you can make something look very expensive. I mean, you can literally go to Home Depot, buy colorful tiles, and create a very expensive pattern. I did that in my pool back in the day when I was building my pool, and we ran out of money. I mean, there was literally nothing left to build this pool. We did it, and I bought 3 different colors of tile, black, white, gray, and we created a pattern. We had them cut, and we created what was back then revolutionary pattern for the pool water line. So you can do the same. Now, trend number 6, the penultimate to my favorite, is the glass blocks. Now, Miami Vice, guys, is coming back. I love the 80s, maybe as much as I love the 70s. I mean, I love the 70s, but the 80s are good. And this is essentially 80s coming back, but they don't look like your regular glass blocks. They are being used in a different manner. They're being used as a shower enclosure, which is great because it's very easy to clean. You don't really see the residual water stains that you're getting. And it also feels very spa-like. People are doing it as accent walls in their homes, as a divider in their homes. And these glass blocks have a different design. This was all over Milan, guys. This was in I Saloni, which is the biggest trade show of interior design and architecture in the world. It's the best show ever. So there is definitely ways of incorporating this trend that feels fresh and intentional. Now, finally, for what might be my favorite trend of 2025. Are you guys ready for this? Okay, I'm not gonna pass out, and I wanna do this somewhere, everywhere, somewhere, actually I am doing it in my flip project. Going big on metallics. Yes, you guys know metallics are in my blood. I don't know why I love metallics, but this trend has been building slowly, but in 25, it's going to be like on. In fact, I was in Miami recently. We did a lot of kitchen tours because I'm doing a project in Miami for the George, which is a very big, ultra luxurious condominium townhouse project, 13 of them. And we went touring, and I saw this kitchen that was lined in metallic. The doors of the kitchen, along with the appliances, everything had this gorgeous metallic, and it's not cheesy. It's just so chic. It's just so good. But yes, 2025 is all about metallics. They take center stage. We're moving beyond small accessories to embrace bigger, bolder ways of incorporating metal. We are lining door fronts. We are putting them in bars. We are taking a post that would, sometimes you have to have structural beams in a house. I don't like them, but if you have to have them, why not envelop them in metallics, guys? We have it in furniture, which is so good. Now, I'm not talking about ultra shiny type of metallics. We're talking about metallics that are different in a sense, where they look very expensive. So they might not cost as much as you think, but they look expensive, and they're patinaed, and they've got a smokiness to them, like smoked glass is also going to be very big in 2025, and furniture is going to be big in 2025. And an entire silver sofa is so cool. Wouldn't you guys think, for like a family room? Like, have fun with it, enjoy it, love it. I have bought metallic pants last year, for God's sake. So yes, metallic. There you have it, my top predictions for 2025. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It is a way for us to connect, a way for me to share my passion with you. I love our community. Every one of you who writes a comment to me, I read. I remember what you say. I try and respond to as many as possible. And even if I don't get a chance to respond, I read every single solitary comment, and then I'm grateful. I'm grateful to the universe to have you guys as part of this community. So I can't thank you enough for this journey, for trying to get to 100,000, and for you guys helping me to get there. Because it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here doing this. So thanks again, and we can't wait to see you again next week on this channel, The Red Elevator.